very, very sensory filled. It is a day at the beach, and the very end product is a little foot wave painting. Sounds much more complicated than it is, but again, it is for all abilities, and it's just another really good sensory exercise. So what you will need, I will list on the video for you to see, because there's quite a lot of things. If you don't have everything, that is fine. But the idea is that you really are bringing the beach to the young person, or bringing them to the beach, bringing the beach to them. So I've got right down to a beach ball, which my children have burst on me, so I have managed to get just a ball, because everyone takes a ball to the beach. If you have a beach ball, blow it up and then let the air out, and let that really blow onto the skin of the young person. Just really talking about waves and about the wind that you have at the beach. So that's one thing. The other thing, which is really quite obvious for the most of us, is sand. So I have a bucket and spade with some sand here. Sand that my 3-year-old and I got for this activity. And if you have someone who really wants to dig with that, they can. Otherwise, just feed that through the hands and really let them feel the sand, how it can be. Especially, this is sand right from the beach, so it's quite damp. I even have a massive bucket of sand here if you want, if you're working with anyone who is walking, or any babies that want to just get stuck right in there. So another thing at the beach are pebbles. So we have some pebbles here. I will show you how I just have it all set out in different compartments. So then it's really easy, just in little buckets really. So you can just grab those, and especially if you're working with a big group of people, you can just see who's gone for the sand, who's gone for the seaweed. So that's another thing that I have, which is so wet. If you even have that on your skin or on your arms or anything, it is damp and it is sticky. Another one is, along with the rocks and the pebbles and even just the noises of them, are the shells, which are really their own little sound. And you can feel them, you can put them into a hand and put them with different hands, or even on the face as well. And this is real seawater that I got. If you can't get seawater, you can get you can just put some table salt into the water. And the idea with the seawater and the seaweed and even the sand is they smell. It's really, really strong smell. But that again is just awakening the senses and really bringing the presence of the beach to them. So the other thing, which whenever you have dipped, if you don't have, if hands are too difficult to maybe work with, you can get the young person's foot, a bare foot, and put it into the water. So as if they're dabbling into the waves. Just really make it like a story whenever you're doing it. And of course, whenever you get out of the water, if they have wet feet, then we dry it with a towel. So you just have to have a beach towel there as well. And the favourite thing that when I've done this at home, or when I've done this actually anywhere, I've done this workshop, the favourite thing is normally the ice cream. So I have some shaving foam here, pardon me, which is the closest thing really to ice cream, unless you want to use ice cream, because the kind of the messier the better with these workshops. But it is so great because it goes through the hands, but you can explain that is the ice cream. And again, use your beach towel to wipe it off. But ice creams come on a cone. So cones, again, they can be in their own little separate one, and even if you crunch it, so the sound of it, it's a really distinctive smell. And at the top of an ice cream, we always have a flake. So flakes are great because they, not only, if you want to engage taste as well, if it's nice and clean and you don't have seawater on it, they can get to taste it. But also, the more that it stays in the hands, the more it, the heat warms it up and it crumbles and it changes into being from hard to soft. So it's just a great sensory one. And once you make chocolate warm in any way, the smell really comes out of that, the cocoa. So that is all the different things that we can do for the beach. And again, just use that story of we went to the beach, we had the ball with us, we dipped our toes into the water, we played in the sand, we built sand castles, we had an ice cream, we walked over the pebbles and they hurt our feet. You get the idea. So the last thing that is really nice for these young people to have at the end is kind of like a product. So to take home and to say that they're at the beach that day. So what I would have done is wait until the very end to do the water section and on the feet, because you want to use your feet you want to paint this on. I'm going to use a hand, but you would use a foot for this because, or a hand if you want actually. So you're just going to paint the paint onto it. And again, this is just talking about the colour of the sea and the waves. And then you can use their hand. And you got a little canvas. I just got these in B&M or in the pound shop, or just paper if all you have is paper. And you're going to make their hand go in a wave motion. Or their foot. And the idea is that you went to the beach and we went in the waves and we made this lovely wave painting. So can you see that? And then what you can do is you can add sand to that if you like as well. And again, the noises that come with that. And these lovely textures. And there you have this lovely wave painting, which is what you got the day that you went to the beach. So it is really not that difficult. Again, you can use whatever you have available. You can just use little tubs that I have. Often if you're in summer schemes, they have these tubs in the art departments. Or if you're just at home, use bowls and really get engaged with the day at the beach, especially if it's like today, which is quite rainy. Okay, I hope that you've enjoyed this. This is definitely my favourite one, and it just shows that something just as easy as going to the beach can actually be brought into the home. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on my other videos, and thanks again for watching.